How's it going, everybody? My name's Warner Fields from Fields of Profit. Today I'm here with my friend Koda, who is crushing it on Amazon. He started less than a year ago, and I'll let him tell you the milestones he's been able to hit recently. But if you want to introduce yourself, Koda, let us know how you got into Amazon, how you even got into this whole world of entrepreneurship. We'll just roll from there.
Yeah. I was just scrolling on Instagram. I seen an ad for it and it caught me by surprise. I was like, no way that this can be real.
Right.
But I was like, I'll check out the free workshop and checked it out. Bought like a 19 course, just like with sales ranks and stuff like that. Before the workshop was over with, I already exited out, was looking stuff up.
That's awesome. So you're just getting the ball rolling, understanding the opportunity of Amazon. And something that was interesting, we were talking beforehand, you got into Amazon doing a lot of like retail arbitrage, which is just literally just driving to store, buying products like that. I like to do it online, but there's a million different ways to do it. So like when you first started doing retail arbitrage, do you remember like how you find that first product? Do you maybe even remember what that product was?
Yeah. So I remember when I was growing up, my parents used to go to Big Lots and I was like, maybe they went there for a reason. There's got to be something there. So I went there. As a new seller, you're gated from a lot of stuff and subcategories. I pretty much scanned, made 3/4 of the store, found some items I was actually able to sell. Like the first or second Big Lots that I went to, I seen these Ricola cough drops. Didn't know they were discontinued at the time, but I seen them and I seen $1.50. I don't think I even scanned it. So then got a few sales, went to the different Big Lots. I seen them there and they were $1.50 for one bag. Scanned it, came up for $14.99. I was like, okay, this is some serious.
That's awesome.
Here.
Yeah.
I could see something. And then when I scanned it, which this is a little tip too, whenever you're scanning stuff, if you do the barcode or the front of the product and one's almost profitable, always type in the product name like Ricola pack of. I don't do pack of 2, pack of 3, just pack of. And then you'll see all the other options. I seen a pack of 4 for $39.99. Post price was $6 without rewards. After I seen that, tried to get ungated from OTC, got rejected like everyone else. The second time, got it, got ungated, went back to Big Lots, got the 30 bags. They were selling fast. My next step after that was I have 3 or 4 items that I was getting from Big Lots now. Hit all the Big Lots. Yeah, I was going probably 7 or 8 Big Lots every single day. Cleared out all of Illinois. If you live in Illinois, sorry guys, already.
That one weird flavor of Ricola is gone. You can
Yeah.
thank Koda for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So that's a great kind of first find there. Just literally getting boots on the ground, getting that kind of that in-store experience. And how far did you end up taking retail arbitrage? A lot of people, they'll do a couple $1,000 retail arbitrage and then you throw in the towel there. But you said you're hitting a pretty awesome milestone with that, right?
Yes, I tried OA at first. People were making money. There was one time I looked for about 3 hours and I found nothing before I joined the FBA roadmap. And I was like, man, this isn't it. So at least at the time, kept doing RA. And then sooner or know it, I was at 100K in sales, just
That's
RA.
awesome. That's awesome.
So,
So you started in February of last year, right? So a little less than a year ago. And then you did 100K. How long did that take you?
it took me about 6.5 months, 25 to 30% profit margin, not RA.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's the thing a lot of people don't think about with so much work to drive around to stores, but it's like close to double the profit you make doing it online. So obviously it's a huge benefit doing it that way. And then you get 6 months down the line. Oh, maybe I tried that online arbitrage thing. Like, how did you get back into it? How did you start finding products online instead?
I kept seeing Miles videos and I was like, all right, I would watch a few other people and they have some good advice. But once a few things aren't adding up, I start looking up other people and you guys, you two both had solid videos. Nothing that really didn't have any red flags.
Sure.
So I was like,
We're not driving Lambos telling you about
yeah, I mean,
all that. Yeah.
even if you did, it's just all the facts make sense.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're getting into online arbitrage. Do you remember how you found that first online arbitrage lead? Do you remember what method you were using? Like, how did that look for you?
So it's actually funny. So right before actually, let me go back a little bit, that I found you guys, I joined a random Discord group on Instagram, $300 a month. I don't know if it was good or bad. So I joined that. It was absolutely horrible. I bought Nike training shorts, making like $1 off each of them.
Mhm.
It wasn't the greatest. And I knew Q4 was coming up. I had pretty much consistent on months. So the times of the year where it should be spiking, like August back to school, I noticed on my graph that it was still my September and August and July were about the same. I noticed that the way that I was doing it, I was staying consistent, but I wasn't exploding on the months that are supposed to be doing better. So then I joined the FBA roadmap, started looking into other things or whatnot, found Nike joggers, one of the first OA products. And yeah, ever since then, now I'm probably 80% OA, 20% RA.
That's awesome. Yeah. And then you did last month, it was over $50,000 in December, right?
Yeah, I think it was like 53 or 54 for December, but
That's
I
awesome.
hit 62,000 in sales for 30-day trailing.
That's awesome. Hitting that 60K milestone in less than a year. You're gonna be able to push for that six-figure month before year one, you think? Or is that gonna be like barely out of reach?
I don't know if I'll be able to get it.
I gotcha.
Maybe next December. My goal is to hit about 150.
Yeah, I bet hit it in summer, to be honest, right now, but you'll definitely hit it next Q4. Another thing I want to talk about is the fact that you're actually running like two businesses at once, right? That's something that a lot of people aren't thinking about. I need so much capital, or I need capital to run my Amazon business. What is the other business that you're running, and why are you running two businesses?
Oh yeah, sure. Amazon's great and everything like that. I understand that December either get 20 or 25%
Yeah,
of your sales. So I own a pressure washing business too, which is great because it's seasonal. So during the summer, I'm really busy and then I don't do like indoor jobs yet. It was perfect. I was like, perfect. I put all my time and attention to Amazon at one part of the year on the
yeah.
busiest. So it's pretty perfect. I'll do mostly FBA during my pressure washing season. Two incomes at once. Sign me up.
That's
Bam.
awesome. Would you recommend like people watching this video, maybe they don't have too much money? Is that the best way to go about it?
Yeah, I believe that just doing Amazon, especially starting off, you're going to run into some obstacles. So, yeah, having anything to generate your Amazon business consistently is definitely a main factor that I think that helped me and can help other new sellers.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned some of those obstacles as well. What was one of the maybe one really big obstacle that you ran into on your way to doing 50,000 bucks a month? What was one of those obstacles? How'd you get over that?
I know like ungating, I didn't really have many
Yeah.
obstacles with that except for right at first. I feel like what can really help a lot of new sellers is every time they scan something, always hit the request approval for the brand. Always, even if you're just scanning it for the first time, the more you can sell, the more money you can get. So I figured out a faster way to ungate everything. Pretty much say 90% of my ungates, whatever brand that sells at Walmart and has the listing, you can always just make an order for 10 and do pickup. So you can get it the next day or that day. So you could ungate faster. So I was doing that probably 3 to 4 brands a week instead of waiting for them to come in the mail. Takes a few days, pick up, bam, ungate. About 3 every single week. And now I could sell so many more brands. It opened up the doors a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. A lot of people let that hold them back. Like the ungating was like the great secret of it was like a hidden treasure back in the day when I was starting. So you
I
had to
agree.
pry that information out of people's cold body back in the day. So glad you're able to figure that out. If you're stuck on that, I got videos on the channel for you on that. Through the process here, you're mentioning like scanning items. I know you talked a little bit beforehand, like about the big lots, that kind of stuff. And you said you had a pretty big gem for finding those good products at big lots. You want to drop that gem for people who are watching a couple of minutes into the video here?
Yeah, I got you. A lot of people sleep on big lots. I don't know if it's people that mainly do OA. With my experience, they haven't really been able to find much OA. But however, RA, when you go to the store at big lots, they have replenishable products that they get monthly or whatnot. Look for any of the products that have price tags slapped on them. I figured out that's a buyout, closeout, bankruptcy, liquidation sale that they got it. So those are going to be the most profitable products that I found more consistently too. Not all of them, but I'm talking you could find something for $3.99 and it goes for $49.99.
That's awesome. Yeah, so hitting those big lots sales, all that kind of stuff, scanning products in store. I really like that as a really fast way to make sales. And you were talking a little bit earlier about doing FBA. What are your thoughts on doing FBM, shipping those products directly to the customer? Like when should a beginner think about doing that?
I think everyone should start off doing FBM. If you do FBA, you don't really know exactly how Amazon works yet. I do probably 80%, I would say, rough figure of FBM still.
Mhm.
During the summer or more during my pressure washing, then that's what I want is more FBA. I have time to actually get jobs done or whatnot. But I would say FBM, definitely change it to 0-day handling time. I'm still there. I will be there all year. Yeah,
And
that's
if
going to
you're
be
not there, Koda will eat your buy box share and he will thank you for it.
hey, if not, come join me. FBM to start off and then just to get the basic fundamentals.
Awesome. Yeah. So I think the other like natural question people will be wondering, like, how much time are you spending on the business to grow pretty quickly? And is this your full-time gig? How much time is this all taking you?
I'm pretty much doing it here and there all day, every day. I'm not like, okay, 4 hours, this right here. Some days are like that, but really, it doesn't even really feel like I'm working because I love what I do.
Yeah. That's awesome.
This is great. I actually, before I started doing this, I sandblasted and painted water towers for
Whew,
about a year.
that's a
Yeah.
little harder.
Yeah, man. So even like the bad things that happen with this, I'm like, okay, the bad things in the other job are way worse. I'm like, not that bad anymore. Never mind. You just got to look at it a certain way.
Yeah, that's an interesting perspective. It's man, I lost the buy box, but at least I'm not inside of a literal water tower today. That's a funny way to look at it there. So spending a decent amount of time on it, but like you're saying, if it's something you love doing, like it's not really going to feel like work. And
Yeah.
clearly, you found something that's pretty fun for you. So as far as like you're finding products now, obviously you've been growing pretty quickly. You did 50K last month. Like Like, how has your product sourcing evolved over time? Are you still doing the exact same things? What are some new things that kind of helped click a little bit? Like, a lot of people get stuck on product research. Like, what clicked for you to be able to scale like that?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing, first time when I heard about networking is huge. I didn't
Mhm.
really think it could be that big, but it really is. You need to find your tribe. If you never reached out to anyone before, it's going to be hard. The first 8 months, it was pretty much just me and one other guy that was a new seller too. We helped here and there, throwing some back and forth, but us doing RA, we're kind of stepping on each other's toes.
Right.
But with OA, definitely with the coaching program or whatnot, you have a lot of like-minded people and that want to do the same, if not just as close
Right.
as good as you. So that definitely helped me out a lot. Now I got keep it down pretty good. I could find stuff and there's a group of 4 of us and I have my own Discord, like a little private Discord for
Yeah.
us. And yeah, I just created like a locked channel just for us 4. And then whenever we get leads, drop the Amazon link, drop the lead link and bam, now I just gave out leads and I'm getting more back. It's usually high moving products, moving fast. So you're not really going to be stepping on each other's toes.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, all right, this sells 2,000 times a month. Like, we can only really buy so many. And a lot of people, like, they see other sellers as competition. And if you let them just be competition, that's what they are, right? But if you bring them into your circle, it's, hey, here's exactly what I'm doing. Oh, wait, I have 3 other smart sellers who are showing me exactly what they're doing now. And just everybody makes more money with that. Yeah, so that's massive. That obviously helped me a ton. I started making videos like this 5 or 6 years ago just to meet some friends and completely life changing. So it's cool to see the ball to start rolling for you as well there. Whenever you were like through this whole process, like something I always like to ask people that I'm talking to is what was that moment where maybe it was a certain product, a certain sale you stumbled on? It was like that light bulb moment. It's like, oh crap, like I could make a legit serious income. This could be something different. Do you remember what that was?
Yes. Once again, found it at the Big Lots. Don't snooze on it.
We need like a Big Lots hat or something like that. Like,
Where I'd be helping employees do tax exempt, but I've never even seen the screen. But probably the very first thing, like I said before, was the Ricola cough drops.
yeah,
And when I seen those, I looked it up. They're discontinued. And when I went to the store, I'm talking, you were able to get 60 bags in one store. I ended up getting actually, I think it was a total of 820
that's
bags.
awesome.
And I hit a lot of Big Lots. It was like over 50 of them. That and also at Big Lots, once again, the makeup, the Revlon, Aveeno, getting it for $7.99, selling it for 34, that you'll move 15 in a day. You're seeing something that's moving super fast and you're getting good margins, over 30% or 40% profit margin. Yeah, it'll definitely hit you right in the face.
Yeah. If something you've seen all over the place as a brand, it's wait, I can buy and sell this. Like, it's crazy. Like, that moment is fun. Everybody has that moment. It's good to see. Obviously, now that you've been at it for almost a year at this point, you've found pretty decent success. What do you think that other Amazon sellers who come in, they fail within a couple weeks, or they just, it doesn't click? What do you think that you did differently that kind of set you apart from those sellers who failed?
I thought you needed an LLC to start. I found out about Amazon. It was like probably 4 months before I actually created my account. I studied it. I was just looking stuff up, using Jungle Scout. Didn't even have SellerAmp yet, and just finding the BSRs. I don't know if that helped or not, but really just probably having some background knowledge on it for jumping in or whatnot. Say you're just starting and you find something and that it's really profitable. Even if I seen it too, say they had 100 of them on the shelf, I would still probably buy 10 to 15 if I've never sold that brand before, just as a test, because you never know, maybe regional, maybe it sells better in PA or something, just by like regional or whatnot, if you're selling the same product. So that's usually what I do now still too. I do a test buy 10 to 15. And if it's good, reorder. If I missed out on it, I still was safe and still got my profit from the 10 or 15.
Yeah,
That's taking that
exactly.
risk.
It's just play it a little bit safe at the beginning, make those sales, get the proof of concept, and then eventually you're skipping straight to the driving around buying 800 bags of cough drops or whatever it is in this case.
Sure.
That's awesome. So moving into kind of your plans for this year, like call your shot a little bit here. What's your big kind of milestone goal for the year? You're going to keep doubling down on OA. What's this year going to look like for you?
Yes. Right now, I'm at 220K in sales, trying to hit 250. I'll probably get 245 for the next year, for next 12 months, shoot for 400K
Awesome.
on sales. That's my first goal. I make 2 goals. The one that I think I get, and then
What's the reach goal? What's the one you're really trying to get?
500,000.
There you go. I'm super confident you can do it. Like the first year that I started taking things seriously, it was like 170, something like that. And then the next year was 620. So like shoot for the stars. Like you can do a lot whenever you're putting your head down, that kind of stuff. You're making friends in the community. Like you're on the right path. So I'm excited to see it happen. So for that guy or girl who's watching this video, they've got $1,000, they're trying to make their first sale. What is like that first step or two that they need to do to just go take action, start making some money for themselves?
Just get the seller app and start scanning. Just really jumping into it, just getting some proof of concept of the store, and don't give up. Because that first month, even second month too, it's hard. The first month is rough, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're finding profitable leads and then you try to engage and then you need an invoice and it doesn't work because you're brand new. That was the biggest dream crusher.
For sure, yeah.
But
Yeah, that first dollar you make is like climbing a mountain, and then every dollar after that gets progressively easier. I like that kind of breakdown there. Just get after it. You embrace the suck for a little bit, and then you get through it. But we're fortunate that there is a little bit of a learning curve, right? It wouldn't be as profitable as it is without kind of the vetting process of letting people who are actually willing to work hard through. So that's awesome. I really appreciate you hopping on here and sharing your journey. If they want to go shoot you a DM, drop you a follow, where can they find you?
either on Twitter or Instagram, my handle is King Koda AMZ.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll get that link down below. Go drop him a comment, DM, let him know we sent you over there. I'm sure he's happy to strike up a conversation. We're all always looking for more networking connections. Really appreciate you hopping on the channel here, Koda. Appreciate you guys for watching this video. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, anything like that. Drop those down below. Always happy to answer those for you. But I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Thanks again, Koda, and I will see you guys next time.